John Michael Lee, Katie Terry Fender, Nathan Terry Brennan. At Rise, Barry is standing on one side of a counter at vet clinic. He has a blanket in his arms and a dog leash and large dog collar. He has been crying. An attendant is on the other side of the counter. That about takes care of it, Barry. We'll call you when the remains are back and have been put into the urn that you selected.
Okay.
We are all very sorry about Rex, Barry. He was a wonderful dog. We all loved him a lot.
I know.
He was very lucky to have you.
What do you mean?
Well, most people would have put him to sleep years ago when all these problems started.
You're kidding.
Not at all. I realized that until a few months ago, before he got cancer, he just had the gastroenteritis and allergies. But for all those other years, you were here several times a month with all the changing diets, medications. It has cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but
Most people can't or won't spend that kind of money on their dog. And so the dog gets sicker and sicker until we have to recommend that they put the animal down, and they do. That's why I said Rex was lucky, Barry. Lucky to have someone who loved him that much.
I was the lucky one. He taught me about love. The way he'd look at me, how crazy he'd be whenever I came through the door. Silly guy with that bobtail of his. When he wagged it, his whole butt wagged.
I understand, Barry. You take care now. Attendant leaves stage. Barry stands there for a long pause. Lights down. Lights up in small living room. Katie is seated in a chair at right angle with a small couch. Katie gets up and answers the door. Barry is standing outside wearing the same coat or recognizable clothes as he had on at the vet clinic.
Barry?
My dog just died. We had to put him to sleep. Well, not just. It was a few hours ago. But I can't go home. I've been driving.
Barry, look, I'm sorry about your dog.
Rex. His name was Rex. He was a boxer.
Yes, okay, his name is Rex, but like I was saying, I am sorry about your dog, Rex, but Barry, it's been 10 years. We haven't seen each other for 10 years.
I know. I got Rex just after, you know.
No, what? No, I don't know what you're referring to, and frankly, I don't want to know. You have a lot of nerve, trying to make me feel guilty for not being sympathetic about your dog. But
I'm really sorry, Katie. I shouldn't. I was thinking about you, us, because I got Rex just after you left.
okay, Barry, I see. I get the connection. Sort of. You got a dog. And I'm married. With 3 kids. With 2 dogs and a cat. And a husband. Lots of things happen in 10 years.
I know about you being married. Not about the dogs and the cat. I knew you had kids, but not how many.
What? Have you been...
No, absolutely not. I may be a lot of things, but a stalker isn't one of them. You know what a small town this is. Your husband goes to the same barber I do. I saw you once when you picked him up. I only saw 2 kids. They looked like twins. I was already in the chair. You didn't see me, but I asked my barber about you. I didn't tell him anything. I just said you looked familiar.
I see, I guess. It still creeps me out. And it still doesn't explain why you're here. So you got a dog. I have a family. That's what happens after people break up, Barry. People go on with their lives.
I know. It's an imposition. I'm sorry. I'll just leave. I didn't think it through. I'm sure your husband probably wouldn't like me here.
He has no idea you exist, Barry.
Oh, yeah, of course. No reason he should.
No, there isn't. He doesn't know anything about what happened. It's not something I care to talk about with him or anyone.
I know it doesn't do any good, but I am really sorry.
No, it doesn't do much good. It's a little late. Look, Barry, I'm busy.
Oh, sure. I'm interrupting. I'll leave. Really, I'm sorry to have imposed.
Okay, look. You can come in for a few minutes. There's something... I had something... David, my husband, yeah, well, you know the barber. David and the kids are at the zoo. They won't be home until dinner time. It's the twins. You were right about that. Anyway, it's their birthday and some of their school friends are coming over later for a party, so I'm cooking up some stuff to get ready. So, Barry,
You're being very kind. You always were. Too kind, I suppose. And again, I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm more sorry than you probably realize. I think about it, about what happened with us, not every day, but often. More often recently since Rex got cancer. I've known for a while, of course, that I was going to lose him. I thought I was prepared, but
so you're saying you got him after we...
I got Rex because of the boxer puppy that
The kid's making the snowman.
outside Nathan's. You remember that there was a puppy.
Yes, Barry, I remember every detail.
Lights up Nathan's house. It is actually outside Nathan's house. A scrim has a fixed image of a very elegant old house. It is regal and it is grim. The rendering should have some element of a kindergartner's watercolor. A video projection on the scrim has the quality of a bad Super 8 home movie. It is of a young boy and girl, about 10, making a snowman. They have a small boxer puppy with them. The boy and girl represent innocence, very young puppy love, spin the bottle in the backyard love. Katie and Barry are in a car parked outside. Barry is in winter coat, collar up. Katie is wearing wool mittens and silly-looking knit Swedish headgear pulled over her ears.
Okay, I got you here. Can I leave?
Is he going to give me the 1,000 before or after?
I don't know.
We've been through this before, Barry. If you're going to be my pimp, you need to do your job.
I am not your pimp.
Do you have another name for it?
Why does it need a name? I don't see why you're making such a big deal about it. You want me to bring you to Nathan's house? I've done that, and you're busting my balls.
It's not 2 o'clock yet.
Why didn't you just say that to begin with?
I don't want to fight with you, Barry.
Good. I don't want to fight either. Katie. She just put a carrot in that misshapen lump at the top. I guess it was a nose. I don't think there are any eyes. I don't see any eyes. They're giggling, though. A blind snowman, and they're giggling.
The only male I ever made a snowman with was Daddy. You suppose that says something about the guys I pick?
Oh, you missed it. She threw a snowball at him. He smiled. I don't think I smiled much as a kid. I don't remember smiling much. They're so happy with each other. Their imperfect snowman. Their silly puppy chasing snowflakes.
I saw.
Huh?
I saw her throw the snowball. I saw him smile.
Oh. Katie, I'd like to build a snowman with you.
Now?
Sometime.
Yeah. Sometime.
Look, Katie, you said you wanted money. You said your daddy, the snowman builder, was controlling you.
Uh-huh.
You said that, right?
He doesn't like you. He doesn't think you're good enough for me.
Isn't that what all daddies say? Isn't that how they're supposed to think? But he's right.
Fuck you, Barry.
What?
You don't get to do that. You don't get to feel all guilty and down in the mouth. You don't get to do that, Barry.
I wasn't.
Never mind.
I...
Barry, do you want me to do it?
Sure. Go for it.
Katie looks at her watch again, gets out of the car, walks toward house and off stage. Lights down on Nathan's house. Lights up Katie's house.
Those kids, that boy and girl, they were just beginning. As we sat in the car and I looked at them, it felt like it was something about it, them, but I didn't listen or react. I wish I had. Just said, don't go into that, to him. I wanted to change it.
Some things, most things can't be changed. We make mistakes and we have to live with them.
I tried, though. That's why I got Rex. Because you talked about dogs.
And kids. And I got both. I did get both.
I stopped having parties. You probably won't believe me, but that was the last party. I tried blaming the party, anything but blaming myself.
So I was your last...
Girlfriend? Gal? Babe? No, that took a while longer. I banged around for a couple more years, but my heart wasn't in it. Actually, I was bored with it by the time I met you. But it had become a habit, a game. When I try to explain it to someone, that whole period, not us specifically, I say it was my post-second divorce, 33rd second adolescence.
Always with the clever phrases, Barry. Like the invitation to the toga party?